highvolumemusicradio.com. The Business Knowledge Broker Hour.
Hey, yo, Guru, you ready?
Business, marketing, accounting, social media, resources, strategies, tips, events. The Business Knowledge Broker Hour.
It's just savage business.
Grants, funding, capital, life insurance, annuities, finances, tax tips, strategies, music, business, local spotlights, business highlights, leadership, entrepreneurship. The Business Knowledge Broker Hour. highvolumemusicradio.com.
All right. Hey. I cut that music break a little bit short tonight because I want to get right into the greatness of tonight's show. The two entrepreneurs that I have on tonight are doing great in the spaces and places and where they chose to be. And I'm going to see if I can get the first guest on the line. Let's see here what I can do. Let me see if I can get him on. All right, Mr. Thomas, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. How are you tonight?
I'm good. And you?
Hey, you know what? I am excellent. You know, I got to wear shorts today in Houston, Texas today. I'm just happy about that. Well,
yes,
I just have to say thank you for being a guest of, the Business Knowledge Broker Hour with Candace Jones up here on High Volume Music Radio. And, I have to say when you made your appointment for the show, right, to be interviewed, I just want to tell you how when I went to your platforms and I saw the things that you were doing, how excited I was on the inside. I mean, it was one of those things like you looking at the website, you're like, yes! Oh my goodness, yes! So, Mr. Brandon Thomas, I want you to tell people about yourself and about the greatness that you created.
Okay. Well, first of all, let me just say thank you for having me on your platform tonight. And my name is Brandon Thomas, and I'm the founder and the CEO of S.T.A.N.D Incorporated, which stands for Striving to Achieve New Direction. And I'm born and raised here in Houston, Texas. I graduated from North Shore High School. I also graduated from one of the greatest HBCUs, PVA University. Part of the greatest and the number one frat in the world, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
All right.
But yes, ma'am.
Well, first and foremost, let me just give you a round of applause for being part of the great alumni of Prairie View A&M University, just like myself and Greg, who's here in the studio with me. Round of applause for Mr. Brandon Thomas.
Yes, ma'am.
And I also want to say, happy belated Founders Day to you as well. And, Sigma Gamma Rho also, we also had our Founders Day this month as well. And all I have to say is excellence upon excellence upon excellence in the month of November.
You know it.
I love it. So let's talk about Let's Stand.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about it. So I want you to give people a little bit more in-depth information on what Let's Stand is about. The overall, the overall program, because this is a program that excels young men to where they need to be in order to be awesome individuals.
Yes, ma'am. S.T.A.N.D Incorporated came as a vision to me in a dream in 2013. And I had some ups and downs where I finally launched the program out because I seen the lack of mentorship. And so S.T.A.N.D is a mentoring program for young men around the world. Our mission is teaching, guiding, leading, advising, and mentoring young men to become awesome, successful, wealthy, healthy leaders and gentlemen across the world. And there was this Bible verse that stood out to me that said, be on guard, stand firm in faith, be encouraged, be strong, and do everything in love. And that's where stand come in for, because when you know who you are and you stand in faith, it helps you grow as a man to be who God wants you to be and be a great leader and give it back to the community as a young man in this world. And so we are all every day trying to strive to achieve a new direction of our vision, our purpose, and what we love to do in life.
Wow. You know, I have to say that I applaud what you're doing, because not only are you guys, okay, you know, this goes beyond just the regular, you know, male and young male, you know, relationship. This is something that goes into every space. You know, his organization talks about mental health. They talk about, you know, your overall physical health, you know, in regards to eating right, exercising, dieting, you know, making sure that your mental is strong, you know, giving you those tools and tips in order to have a healthy mind. I absolutely love that. I love it. And when I say your website inspired me, it really did, because here you are standing in greatness and all you see is a bunch of clouds. And that just, to me, that represented the beyond of what, you know, these young men can go into. You know, kind of basically like that saying, the skies, you know, no sky's the limit, right? You know, no ceilings.
Right.
I absolutely loved that in every sense of the way. And, you know,
No, I'm listening.
Oh no, I love the fact that your mentoring program grabs young men at a young age, and that you have opportunities for people to sign up if they need a mentor, and you also have opportunities for, you know, people to be mentors if they want to be a mentor or be a mentee. Tell us a little bit more about those spaces.
To be a mentor, I say the age is from 5 to 18. And that is showing young men before they even get out to college, where they can find their craft, find their vision, find their purpose.
Yeah.
Not only be firm just physically, but know how to be firm spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially. And it helps to become a better, healthy man in all those areas. And so we offer the programs to these young men who's from elementary all the way to high school, where we can help them through college, help them get scholarships, help them get jobs, tell them about interviews, internships. And also, if they want to have they have a craft where they want to start their business, we go help them start their business as well.
Oh,
and so then, yes, ma'am. Yeah, so this program is built to build your world where God designing you to produce in the world, or what the word said you are. So we want to teach, man.
I was just going to say, wow, to that. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So if someone wants to be a part of it, to work alongside of you with these young men, what are some of the qualifications? What do they need to do?
We look at everything. We do background checks. We look at the activities they do and community service, what they're involved in, because we want leaders, strong leaders, because I believe that a man without a vision can't lead you nowhere. So we want to know, before we have mentors in this program, we want to know, what is your vision? What is your purpose? What is your goal? What is your calling? Wow. So what you have, and you can produce in these young men, and they can produce in the young men after them, and where we would turn generational curse into generational wealth.
Can I just say, round of applause for Mr. Brandon Thomas. And the reason why I'm giving you this round of applause, because first and foremost, you said in order for anybody to work within your organization, they have to have a vision. They have to know where they're going. Do you know how important, a lot of people say, okay, well, I just want to be a great person, great volunteer. Yes. But at the same time, when you're molding and leading young lives, you have to have a plan for your life as well.
Right.
I absolutely love that. I love that. But I want to take it back a little bit. What was in you, with you fulfilling your purpose and your goal in creating this great, organization that is geared to help young men be great? What was the motivation behind that?
I lost my father when I was 13 due to cancer. So I know how it is to be raised in a single parent home. And my mother taught me and she molded. And she couldn't teach me how to be a man because she was a woman, but she made sure that I was around positive men that took me in and showed me and made me who I am today as a man. And so with that, I had a dream when I was 13 where me and my father came in, visited to me in my dream. And this where this stand came in, because when my father died, I had so many mixed feelings in me. I didn't know how to handle that as a man. And in order to become a man, I had to put away my childish things. But I learned that it wasn't only physically. I had to learn how to grow as a man mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and how to handle situations that I was in as a man.
Wow.
And so I want to be, since men came into my life and sold into me, I want to give back to the community, give back to the world, to the young men, that what was planted in me, I can plant in them. And they can plant in other young men where they can be examples and leaders around the world, and let them know no matter what your background is or where you came from, it can't stop where you're going.
Yes, sir. That's powerful.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's how everything came about, and you decided to form this awesome organization for young men. That's amazing.
Yes, ma'am.
That's amazing, because a lot of times people, I think a lot of times in a lot of spaces, people know that great organizations like yours exist, but they never really truly know where to find them, or what exactly are they going to teach the young men. A lot of times those are questions, and that comes up with even organizations for young women as well. What exactly are they going to teach them? Can you tell the listeners about one of the programs that you have and some of the spaces and places, like what do you guys do within that one program?
We have many programs. My best program is oh man.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. When you have so many great things going on, it's hard to choose one. That's what I love about it. That's what I love about it. When I went to the website, I said, wait a minute. They have conversations going on for, the spiritual health and what their programs look like. Then they talk about the physical. Then they talk about, studying how to create great study habits, how to take notes, how to, go through exams. Then you have the job prep program where you guys do the mock interviews and you teach the young men of how to dress for success. I love it. I mean, I saw it and was blown away. So, so if you could pick one.
Work together. Yeah, they all work together. They all fall in place together, because that's what life is about, is balance. Know how to balance every area of your life, from your spiritual to your mental to your emotional to your finance. Everything is connected together.
Yeah.
And you can't just leave one out. You can't just focus on your spiritual and then forget about your physical health, or forget about your financial health. You need everything to balance out and level so you can see your vision more clear, walk in your purpose, make your dreams reality. Because we teach about leadership, we teach about mentorship, we teach finance and budgeting, community service. Yes, you want to be an owner, but you got to know how to give back to the community. You got to know how to be a giver, a sower.
Ooh,
so
nuggets.
So we teach about everything.
Oh, I hope people are listening, getting these nuggets, because you said it right on the head. If you want to become a business leader, a business person in a community, you have to give back to community. I love that. That's so important. That is so important. So if I have a young man that wants to sign up to be a mentee, right? And he wants to go through your process, what does that look like as a whole? Like, what are some of the first steps?
The first steps is they can go to our website, and we have a application that they fill out. And once they fill out that application out, they also write a little small paragraph of why they want to be a part of the program. That right there teaches them about vision, a plan of getting started, or where you want to go in life. And then once that, we have, due to COVID, we was going to have a one-on-one in person, but due to COVID, we do phone conference or webcam conference.
Okay.
I can't think of the name right. Teams.
Okay. Teams. Yeah.
One-on-one. So we get to use. So they get used to us, and we get used to them. We get to know them more, and they know us and know the program. And since we got all these programs, they can see what the main issue they want to work with, and we can work with it where we can get that developed and then work around everything else.
Oh, I love that, because that's targeted. So it's like, okay, we look at, you guys look at the young man overall, and you say, okay, these are his strengths, but these are his weaknesses. And you guys develop a plan around his strengths and, in order to pull up the weaknesses. I love that. I love that. That's all. Look, round of applause, Mr. Brandon Thomas. Because, we have to know that we have to know greatness exists. And that's one of the reasons why I'm glad that you are a guest tonight on the show. Because, a lot of times we don't know about resources and organizations out there like yours unless they come on, a platform like this where people can know more about them. And I have to say, you gave some nuggets out tonight. Your mental, your physical, your spiritual, all of that has to be in line. I love the way you say balance. Because, I love that. Everything has to be a balance. But also make sure that I always tell people too, but you gotta blend.
You definitely do.
You got that balance, but you gotta blend that thing out along the way. So I love it. I want you to, give some words of advice to any person that's listening right now, whether or not they're a parent, whether or not they're an entrepreneur, whether or not they're someone who needs the extra help. I want you to give them some words of encouragement right now in this space, in this time, to where they can fulfill their greatness.
Right now, I can think of a song that says, "It won't always be like this." Which means no matter what you're going through right now, don't focus where you at, because in the next second you're gonna be in your past. Keep your eyes forward and look toward the goal. Because as you keep moving, you keep growing, you keep maturing. Don't let what happened in the past hinder your future.
Yes, sir.
And so I just want to let everybody know that
That's amazing. That's amazing. You know, a lot of times when we sit back and we think about what we want to say to people and, you know, those words of encouragement, people don't even realize sometimes those same words that we're repeating to other people, we got to say to ourselves sometime, right?
Right. All the time.
And I always tell people all the time, reach out to your resources. Get to know people around you, because great people are here. They exist to help us. And, you know, I have to say, I'm very glad that Prairie View A&M University produced a very productive person in
Good
you.
people. Yes, ma'am. You know it.
I know people are like, okay, she's really sitting up here in her PV shirt talking to Brandon Thomas. Yes, I am, because he is great, and other people need to know about your greatness. And, you know, I know that, you know, I know with everything that's going on, a lot of people are pulled in a lot of different directions. But we always have to make sure that we allow people and help people find that center. You know, we have to help people in that way.
Most definitely.
Well, you know what, Mr. Brandon Thomas, I'm not going to keep you that long. I want you to tell the listeners of High Volume Music Radio how they can get in touch with you, how they can sign up their young men to be mentees in your program, or how these great gentlemen that walk amongst the earth can be mentors for young men.
Yes, ma'am. They can follow us on social media at Facebook and also Instagram at _stand, LETS_STAND. That's on Facebook and Instagram. They can also go to our website and also sign up as a mentee or mentor at www.letsstand.com.
I want to say thank you for being a guest on my show tonight. And I know those that are listening, I know they're changed, because I am too. And I invite you to come back to the Business Knowledge Broker Hour anytime to let us know about any new developments within your organization. And, you know, even if you want to bring on some young men to be interviewed so they could talk about how this program has changed their life, I would definitely consider an honor, sir.
Thank you. And I thank you also for having me tonight as one of your guests as well.
And if you ever need anything, look, you got my personal phone number. You call me. You tell me anything you need, you call me, because I think you need to get in more spaces and faces in front of more people. So let's make that magic happen.
Let's make it happen. I'm with it.
Hey, look at that. I just, look, not only are we, you know, PV all the way through and through, we Divine Nine all the way through and through, and we are both great individuals who want to make the world great. So let's combine forces and let's make this thing happen.
I'm all for it, to make the world better.
Yes, sir. He said my favorite phrase. Let's go. Why are we waiting? Let's go.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for, you know, being on the show tonight, and I appreciate that. And you call me anytime, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
All right. Good night.
HighVolumeMusicRadio.com. The Business Knowledge Broker Hour.
Hey, yo, Guru, you ready?
Business, marketing,